Eh, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on this one. Even though there's nobody here. Uh, since I ran out of ideas of shit to do, I'm just gonna play some really old PC games. I've got a collection of floppy disk images on this computer. I'm going to be booting them through the PCM emulator. It lets you emulate specific PC hardware. For this, we're going to be emulating a IBM XT, which wasn't the first PC, first modern, what we consider a modern PC by x86 hardware and all that. But it's the one that basically everyone and their grandmother cloned to make their early DOS PCs. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. Thankfully, this emulator is pretty easy to set up. There's a generic BIOS you can use, which is what I'm going to be using. I'm also going to be using FreeDOS, which, again, a free alternative. So this is basically something that, unlike Amiga emulation, which just makes me want to pull my hair out, this stuff's easy to do. So without further ado, I'll just go ahead and get started. Let me close that. All right. One thing I really wanted out of this was I wanted to see if there was an option to emulate the floppy disk noises, because I have to use floppy disk images for this. Yeah, this isn't like DOSBox where I can just dump everything in a folder. But alas, that did not seem to be an option here. I could not have those sweet ticking, whirring noises. As you can see here, we've got that authentic 4.77 megahertz speed. Yeah, in my A directory, I've just got FreeDOS disk in there. In the B drive is where we're going to put all of our games. The main thing of this collection is going to be shareware. Well, I believe that shareware releases from the company Capstone, not Capstone, Key Punch software. Let's see if there's a thing I could type. I guess I just. Key Punch basically just made these compilation discs of games, just like random shareware or public domain PC games. These images I actually got from Clint Basinger at Lazy Game Reviews years ago. I literally just asked him nicely on Twitter, and he gave me images of these years ago. So long ago that it was on the Twitter account I had before the one I've got now. I still have these disk images backed up and all that. I might I'll go ahead and upload these to archive.org at some point. If he hasn't done so already at this point. The first game I think I'm gonna boot up here is Paratrooper, since that's one of my favorite of these really early stuff. Oh wow, we're just getting into it. Something. Oh, my keyboard ain't responding. Ugh. Of course. Here, we'll just reboot. We'll reboot the computer here. I guess we're not playing Paratrooper. Come on. I do have a bunch of other discs. If this one doesn't want to cooperate. The reason I picked this emulator over DOSBox is just so I could guarantee that it'll run like it did on these machines. Because DOSBox doesn't really aim to perfectly mimic any specific processor. Well, I guess that's not correct. You can set it to do different things. But this emulator wants to exactly emulate specific computers. Maybe I should go put on some music to help this go by, feel less drab. I love the way this fades in. I wonder if those sparkles are actually just part of the animation, or if it's loading the background that's just popping up now. Here, let's pick Frog. I bet you guys can't guess what this game's gonna be. Push K to continue. Okay, this one seems to want to work. Use the cursor keys on your numeric keypad. Let's set that skill level to... we'll set it to 2. 100. Yeah, a quirk about this unofficial clone of Frogger is that the game speed seems to alternate depending on which line you're on. Oh, fuck off. So as you can see, the timer's going fine here. And then, see, once I get here, I wonder if it has to do with... I wonder if it has to do with me standing on these lines where it's all a solid color instead of the black here. Because as soon as I hop back on here, it slows back down. Fuck! Yeah. My name is in the top 10. We'll just put my name, Roadkill. Ah. Play again. Yeah, let's try that default game skill level of 1. See what that does. God, imagine this game at the higher speeds. I believe this is one of those. I believe this is one of those games where the speed is dictated by your processor. So, if we're emulating the original IBM PC here, well, the original processor, imagine how unplayable this would be on anything faster. Oh, come on. Ugh. Oh shit. I didn't realize it was that unforgiving on the side there. Frig. Play again? Nah. This should go back to the key punch menu. Oh, there it goes. And then we'll check out Qbert. I don't think I'm really familiar with this port of the. Well, not I say port. I'm sure this is gonna be another clone game like that Frogger one was. Hold on, I gotta go look at these buttons. Let me slide my keyboard. UIZX. I guess the numpad was just too good for you. What a charming main character. Alright. Ah, shit. 1 life. Oh. It's hard to see the enemies, but and you only have 1 life, but it's responsive. That's more than I was expecting. That's enough of that. If it wasn't 10 o'clock at night, I'd have some coffee to go with this. I could make a cup of coffee, how long it takes. Space Invaders. How can you screw up Space Invaders? Space Attackers 2. So arrow keys, space. All right. Right, you had to move your thing into position. And then... I guess that's a neat little gimmick. I also dig the sprite work here. I believe this is using a high-res mode of CGA, hence why it's monochrome. But it does mean you got these pretty sprites. Oh shit, I forgot. Right, you could just move freely. Yeah, I don't need these, they just get in the way. Oh my gosh. I got you. No, son of a bitch. Gotcha. No, I said I got him. I got him. I count that. I do wish I had busted out my I do wish I had busted out my big clunky, well, I say clunk, my big clicky keyboard, authentic from from the late 90s. It's a USB one. I think I picked it up, but I don't remember where I got it. I think it might have been a thrift store thing. But it's this big USB Weiss digital one it just feels amazing to use. And I actually use it as my secondary for things like the Raspberry Pi. Ah, shit. Okay, he regenerated. As I was going, I have this, whoa, fuck. This, my initials, we'll just put Pro. This big, great keyboard from 1990, we'll say 9, since it's got USB on it. I use it for my Raspberry Pi and other things when I don't need another keyboard. Well, when I need a keyboard, but don't feel like digging out, unhooking this one from the back of my computer. Can't tell if this froze or if it's just loading. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and hit Control-Delete on that. I'd love to have a actual DOS machine of some kind to set up. I mean, emulation works, but it's all about that feel of using the legit hardware. It's like using an old console. It's way more expensive, way more tedious to troubleshoot, and arguably less vital to the authentic experience. I wonder if I could just start the games from here. Let's see what... No, because I remember Red Baron actually has a thing to explain how the hell you play. So I'll let that play out. Because I do know that the game, what they call Red Baron here, is actually a rather popular for the time PC game called... shit, it slipped my mind. The hell was that game called? I had it on my laptop at some point. Also had it on it was one of the games I had homebrewed onto my Wii. Where is it? Sopwith, that's what it was called. Classic PC game. It eventually went open source, public domain. Sometime in the future, so it's available on a bunch of different platforms. Oh shit! I didn't see what that. Right. I'm not pressing anything. It's going on without me. Okay, I need to see these controls. Okay, I didn't get to look at them. Wonder why this game gets a full instruction set. God, I am not gonna do this at all times. Let me... Okay, my keyboard is lowercase. Here we go. Place Player home when H press. I like that it does straight up tell me that autopilot puts you at risk. Alright. I really am not going to do this game justice. Say, we'll just put it in single player mode. Alright. Assuming that's an enemy tank. Yeah. That's not about dropping a bomb. Oh shit. I don't know what. I'm assuming maybe purple things are what I'm supposed to shoot? Or is it just like enemy tank? Let me see what happens if I shoot my own building here. Okay, I was supposed to destroy that. I got hit by something, I guess. Take someone out with me. Take someone out with me. Ah, got a building. Okay, so blue stuff is mine, purple is the enemy. Got it. Is there a way to speed up? Yes, there is. How the heck do I drop bombs? Oh, does stand include? Oh, I think the debris is what's killing me. So that's that. I'm trying to find the button to drop bombs with. It said it was one of the slashes. Oh, that's how you drop bombs. Okay. God damn it. I'll get it eventually. I got it. There we go. Try to fly around. Yeah. No. Well, that's one way to do it. I feel like there's a button to instantly flip your plane. There's B to drop a bomb. I wonder what's with the scrolling. There we go. Let's see if... Nope. Come on. There we go. That's gotta hit. It's not gonna hit. Oh. Ah, damn it. Just gonna try and... this game... Yeah, this game really does feel a bit limited since you only have like 8 directions. No, it's not 8, but the limited movement does hinder. Ah, shit. How many lives do I have? So is it like X to go faster, X to accelerate, and then does C make me slower? Ah, shit. How do I? Come on. Son of a bitch. No. The end. Oh, it kicked me back to the prompt. I think that's it for all the games on this disc. Because Paratrooper didn't want to cooperate. At least that copy of it. I do have it on another disc image. So if that doesn't want to work. Once we get back to the menu, I'll quit out and swap the disc. Okay, that was the Arcade 1 Key Punch software disc. I'm going to swap it out for the second. Gotta give this a minute. Windows open file prompt coming up. Alright, plop in that Arcade 2 disc. Let's see what's here, how we run stuff. There seems to be a smaller collection than before. See, I'm only making out. I only see 3 games on there. Think fast, react fast. You may be a winner. Other IBM products. I'm assuming that means like stuff for IBM PCs. Yeah. Okay, how do you back out here? I'm not gonna touch anything here. Yeah, it's I wonder why it's playing itself out like this, because I'm not touching the keyboard. Okay, it might be queuing up button presses, and that's what's causing it to. Come on, no, please. I want to get out of here. Just let me pick a game now, please. There we go. We'll start with Munchman. That sounds fun. Again, you probably can't guess what this one's gonna be. Guide creature with the numpad. It just won't move. Press numlock again. Is numlock pressed? Okay. Oh, that's not grading at all. Oh. Come on. Oh, I have to manually move him, I think. No. Oh, this is... Oh. Oh, this is... No, abort. I want out. No. Ah. Another game? No. No, thank you. God, that was... Ugh. I'm glad I have the volume turned down. Depth charge is next. I knew Munchman was rough, but subset... Oh, I guess we're not doing depth charge. Depth charge, little ASCII text mode game where you played as a submarine, just going back and forth, dropping depth charges on things. I remember it actually being an alright thing when I tried it. Can I just start? The game without this. What's the last one I didn't touch? Bowling. How can you screw up bowling? A lot of ways. I've seen the Wii. How many bowlers? 1. Bowler's name. Yeah, I'll put it. Oh, the caps is weird. Here we'll be middle of the road. Or we're not doing anything. Well, that got cursed very quickly. I'm gonna just change the discs now. Master Blaster. That I'm assuming that has nothing to do with the NES game of the same name. I'm pretty sure all these were. I might have to try these with a different emulator. I could have swore all these images worked when I last tried them on back in DOSBox. But I wanted that authenticity here. That and I wasn't sure. It didn't seem like VMware would let me set a speed of the processor either. Nor it did seem like it let me set that to be like a specific EGA machine or CGA machine. Menu.bat. I'm assuming menu.bat is, but now that there's choice.bat. Okay, which am I supposed to do? Yeah, cause that key punch one actually gonna tell me what and then there's boot menu, and choice. I'm just gonna assume menu is the one I want. Okay. Is there something wrong with these discs? I guess we'll just try running them straight from the. We'll just try running the executables directly. It's like I really am playing with floppy disks. Unreliable as fuck. I do also wonder if it has something to do with the BIOS we're using. If I remember right, this thing dated from like, oh hey, it says right there, 1987. But yeah, these are pretty old, pretty old. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some incompatibilities here. Oh hey, there's Paratrooper again. Yeah, let's see if this one works. I'm not gonna touch the keyboard. Yay, this one wants to work. Yeah, Paratrooper's a game I really like. Basically, all you gotta do is shoot down the paratroopers before, if 4 of them make it to, any given side of your turret, game over. I believe it is a clone of another game. Ah, shit, game over. It's the Fun Brain, Penguin game. Yeah, I know this game was cloned a lot. Oh, shit. And I do know, I believe this game is a clone of another one. Nope. Yeah, we'll do another one. I like this game. I've thought about making my own Paratrooper clone just to see if I could. Yeah. I actually I did ape one thing of it from in a school project I did. I was taking a high school game design class. And we were just basically making a Space Invaders clone. And I implemented, to try and discourage just button mashing, I did do this game's thing where firing reduced your score. Come on, nah. I wonder if right, this game's actually not native DOS. It's actually a PC booter game, which means that the intended way to play it was to have the disc in before you put the disc in before you start up the computer, without DOS, without any operating system disk, and you just start it up like it's like it was a video game cartridge. No, Paratrooper and other games by the same developer, which included PC Man, this frankly the best DOS clone of Pac-Man at the time, even better than the official one. Yeah, that one was also a PC booter. Though the copy I have on one of these discs does let you hit escape to go back to DOS. Round 42, that's another great one. Make a Daggerfall clone instead. Oh, if I had that kind of patience and that kind of time, I would try to make a dungeon crawler. Round 42. I'm trying to remember. I forget the name of the real developer. This is a hacked version of the game by Key Punch to put their name in. I don't know if they were given permission to do this. Come on, please work. I love this game. Round 42 is a Space Invaders clone that uses a text mode actually. It does some weird higgery pokery dark magic to get 16 colors out of graphical CGA. Again, this is another game that makes me glad I turned down the volume. Ah, shit. My Undertale skills have to come into play here. Ugh. Oh cool, they loop around. This game I did try to, this one again, this is another game that I took for inspiration in my early works. The first game I ever published, well, I say published, I just put it on a website for hosting games. Space Bunny Zeta, I actually was trying to mimic the look of this game. That and Robotron. I didn't stick to the resolution because this is a pretty cramped space to move around in. Ah. No. Come on. I'm trying to remember why I don't put this game on more devices to play, like on emulation devices. I think it might have been something weird about emulating this hacked video mode. Man, these bullets are kind of hard to see. I'm just gonna... Come on. There we go. Do I just avoid the rocks? Oh, okay. This is actually the farthest I think I've ever gotten in this game. Alright. Shoot. Ah, shoot. And that's game over. But, yeah, that's round 42. A, game I really recommend. Oh no, don't tell me right. Oh, my... accuracy's slightly better than I was expecting. Yeah, that was round 42. I really recommend that one. What? We did paratrooper, and now we just got rockets. $7 p.m., 7 a.m. daily, 24. I'm assuming that before Key Punch hacked it out, there was like developer information up there. Which is, I really hope this game had a less generic name than Rockets, because I do want to eventually find this one. Change any directions. Alright, so this one seems like a straightforward one. Where am I? Which? Okay, there I am. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah. I think you get the gist of that one. It's not good, but I still want to find the original information about that. Is that all for this disc? Yeah, I think that's it for this one. Let's swap that out. Here, let's move away from the Key Punch stuff, and I'll just slot in this one of the compilation discs I made. Major Havoc. That sounds familiar. Was that an arcade game, or was that for an Atari, the Atari consoles? Because I think it might be on the flashback PS4 compilation I've got. Sounds familiar. Okay, here's the good stuff. Here's the stuff that I actually like. PC Man. Really good Pac-Man clone. By Greg Kuperberg, the same guy that and Orion Software, same people that made Paratrooper. And as you can see, this is a million times better than that other one from that other Key Punch disc, Munchman. And this was actually better than the official Pac-Man port on the to DOS. Arcade game. Oh yeah, I think Major Havoc, I do have that one on the PS4 collection of Atari games. I believe Flashback Volume 2. Yeah, I probably should clear out this so I'm not wasting the other pellets. Ah, shit. See, one thing this Pac-Man clone gets right that Munchman fucked up was that, see, like, if you normally when you press a key and normally when you press a direction in Pac-Man, it won't happen until you actually can make that turn, which actually is pretty good for buffering your input. It's in basically every official version of Pac-Man. What Munchman got wrong was that if you tried to move before you were at a corner, you stopped dead in your tracks. Yeah, I know Klonoa was made as like their mascot in the 90s, but Pac-Man's got that like that huge cultural impact. Like, don't get me wrong, Klonoa is cool. It's just that like your average everyday Joe knows who Pac-Man is. I didn't put that high score name in there, but okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was that other copy of Paratrooper I have on that same disc is the one that I can hit the escape key out of. Maybe I should stream Pac-Man World someday. I had the first one as a kid. Then two was that game I pretty much only ever played on friends and cousins' GameCubes. So I never actually had Pac-Man World 2 for myself. And then I didn't even know there was a third game until like a year ago. Oh yeah, I've got Round 42 on here as well. I've got Paku Paku. That's another DOS clone that was made in 2014, I want to say. It uses that same hacked graphics mode, hacked text mode that Round 42 uses. We'll play a game that's another one made for PC. Yeah, the game is Alley Cat. It was made in 1984. I believe it was a port of a Atari 800 game. Do I want to use a joystick? No. Like my level, House Cat. Alright, Control M brings you back to the menu. I believe this is another PC booter game, so I will have to Control Alt Delete when I'm done playing. I'll perform special actions. So basically the gist of this game is that you're an alley cat. Whoops. You have this screen where you just have to try to make it to inside the windows. Yeah, I'm no good at this game, but and I'm really bad at explaining it, but there is a ancient DOS games video that goes into more detail about it. This game has a surprising amount of lore to it. I swear there's more to the gameplay than just these. Let me try and get in there. There we go. I don't remember what the point of this screen is. I know if you get the spider, you're not supposed to get the spider after you. Am I just supposed to? Do I just go around making tracks? What do I do? Ah, shit. That's creepy. And then yeah, it kicks you back to here. I forget if the windows actually determine what minigame you play. Oh, okay. Was it Control M to? Okay, we'll have to reboot. Hopefully the next game we pop in will actually just let me go back to the DOS prompt. Yeah, sure, let's do Dig Dug. I'm assuming the executable is the same name. Oh, it's in lowercase. Press any key to start. Do I want full color? about is stuff like old MMOs. Yeah, I do want to eventually do that. Do I have joysticks? Nope. Up, down, left, right. 1 or 2 players. I was hoping this game would use the other CGA palette. Nope. I forgot that a lot of early PC games would they would have motion be continuous, like a key press be continuous until you like manually stopped it. You quickly get used to it, but it can be jarring at first. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Oh. Ah, shit. Does Asheron? I forget. Does Asheron's Call have a private server open? I thought that one was like gone for now. I think by the time WildStar gets a private server, I should be able to call that an old MMO. Ah. Ah, shit. Another MMO project, like revival project I was looking at, I don't remember what the progress on that was reviving the PS2 EverQuest game. Which actually was an original title. Uh-oh. You can have, well, if I can have a skeleton with a flaming skull, I'm sold. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna swap out. This game's starting to give me a migraine. I had to fully reboot the computer there. Yeah, that was Dig Dug. I mean, there's like there's millions other ways to play it now, all better than that. Basically, I'd only ever recommend it if you were just actually sitting there with in front of one of these IBM XTs with the big mechanical keyboard. Again, I'd love to own one of those, but it just seems like such a pricey hassle. That's why I think at most I'd probably just like make a fake one with a Raspberry Pi. You know what? I'm gonna swap the disc for the other one of my own custom setup of games. So I think the selection might be pretty similar. Yeah, I had forgotten what was on the other one because I didn't make that other one with the intention for streaming it. It was just whatever games I wanted to play with this. So yeah, Paratrooper, Dig Dug. Let's do 3 Demon. Let's hope that one works. User should sponsor software. God, it's so weird that, like, back in the day, people would just straight up put their addresses and shit in these games. They'd be deliberately doxing themselves so they could get money for these games. Yeah, this 3D man. It's just 3D Pac-Man. It's just first-person Pac-Man. But I find the aesthetic charming. It's not an amazing Pac-Man clone, but God, these beeper sounds are gonna drive me through a wall by the end of the night. I could swear there is a way to see the whole map, isn't it just like... Ugh. Of course I find the ghost after it's got me. Oh, is that where bonus is? Oh shit. No. I forget. I believe there's a point where you can, once you have like a certain percentage, you can just like hit space to go to the next level. What? I hit down on the arrow and it instead I thought it would back up, but no, he just went to the next level. I'ma get you. Oh shit. Nope. Oh. Not pursuing. Shit. Behind me. Ooh. This is a real horror experience. You can't run. Yeah, this really does have that same vibe as those dungeon crawlers. I want to play more of those. I think the only one I've got are I've purchased are the old Wizardry games. Even then, like, the only one I play is the 8th one. Yeah, oh, I do have Ultimas 1 through 6 on GOG that I might stream. I've never played them before. I did watch those Spoony retrospective videos. That's pretty much where my knowledge of Ultima comes from. The ones on GOG, they do come in bundles. Like, I believe the only ones you can't buy separately are like, I think 9 is the only one you can't buy separately, or it might just be 7. I forget what it is, but I know 1 through 6 they come in bundles, and the 4th one is freeware. Like, it's just completely free. I don't know why the 4th one specifically, but you can even get it on iPhone officially. Can I just... Yeah, there we go. I did eventually want to check out Ultima Online, but then I saw it's still a subscription, which, I mean, good on them if, like, they're actually keeping, like, like actually like a good user base through subscriptions. Though I guess these days it doesn't really cost much. Oh, it is free? Well then, hot diggity damn. Is it on Origin? That's where I think I saw the links to buy the subscriptions. Okay, yeah, I think that's enough 3 demon. Your score qualifies you for the vanity board. Oh, they made it pay to win? Oh, god damn. Here I was like praising it for keeping its integrity while like EverQuest became like the official EverQuest became pay to win as well. I don't know what 2 is like. My experience with EverQuest 2 was that I tried running a solo character, and then a friend saw I was playing EverQuest 2, and then like like found my character, and then like did that like basically just kind of like dumped a bunch of high level crap on me, and like and then that just kind of like killed my any ambition I had of like playing the solo character, because I just had all this like a bunch of loot dropped on me, and like so even if I sold it, like that would give me like it would give me it would just mess with my solo build. It didn't help that his character was like a lot was evil, and I was rolling a good character, so the moment he showed up a bunch of NPCs tried fighting him and he just killed them one after the other, so like I didn't get to enjoy my solo character. I didn't test this one. I hope it works. It's the DOS version of well, at least I'm hoping it's the DOS version of Donkey Kong. I didn't actually check. Do I have a joystick? No. Do I want full color? Yes. Okay, this is the right one. I don't know. Well, they tried. They tried with that music. Son of a bitch. No. Ugh. Of course, this version doesn't have the music. It's another one of those games where you have to press a button to stop moving. God, and this port was made by Atari, so like that, like, because like the story behind like the home console versions of Donkey Kong is that Coleco like intentionally sabotaged the 2600 and television versions. They made them just crap. But then you look over here and there's the ColecoVision version. That's arcade, like pretty much arcade perfect. This version doesn't have that excuse. This port was done by Atari. So this port looking bad, playing bad, that's on them. Serious. I think for the last set of games, we're gonna swap back to the Key Punch software stuff and check out the Sports Spectacular disc. I thought I had another disc, floppy image somewhere with a compilation of games, but I don't know where that ended up. Maybe next time I do this. Oh shit, I'm getting tired. Next time I do this, I'll have a actual floppy disk emulator, or not floppy, like a USB floppy drive and a bunch of real disks, so we can get that authentic swapping them out, hearing those floppy noises. It'd be dumb and pricey. Be fun. All right, let's see what games we got here. Got Par 4. Yeah, sure, we'll start with Par 4. It's not that expensive as VR. It's like $15 for an external USB floppy disk reader. But then the discs themselves, like 14, like a 10 pack is still like, I think it's like almost $20. And $20 for about 20 megabytes of storage. I don't think I really could justify that, but I like to read the instructions. Start your handicap, then indicate the problem here. Set for you. Oops. What, you thought this was going to be easy? What is my name? Yeah, screw, we'll put Dursley into this one. What is my handicap? I don't remember what it. I'm just gonna put it 1. I'm gonna put in 10. Difficulties. We'll just say 0. Oh, is this a text mode? Oh, it's a text mode golf game. I love this aesthetically. Choose my club. We'll just pick a 4 iron. 50. Shot went 89 yards. From the green and is 7 yards off. Ooh. Where am I aiming this? I do know one fun thing you can do with a USB floppy disk reader is you can actually with one of those phone adapters, like with those OTG cables for a cell phone, you can plug it in and it'll work. It'll read it as a USB drive. Lazy Game Reviews did a video about that. Let's try the Archer game because I know Quarterback Crunch is a weird simulator that I don't feel like learning. That logo is aesthetic as fuck, and I love it. Number of players. Play computer. Nah, I'm good. Damn it. Do like that little bit of slow-mo, even if it isn't intentional. God, I wish real archery was this easy. Back when my first attempt at archery, when I was in 6th grade, so I was like 10 or 11. I did really fucking poorly, even among the other kids I was with. I do want to eventually do more archery stuff, just like shoot at targets. Especially since not to brag or anything, but I've been working out my magnificent physique, and I probably can hold a bow much better and draw a bow much better than I could when I was 10 or 11. I actually don't know what the age of a 6th grader is. All I know is that I was a 6th grader. Oh shit. I thought I think that'll be the last game of the night. Cause that was a decent selection of DOS games. Well, really early stuff. Nothing too exciting. I wasn't expecting it to be. I just thought this would be a fun little casual stream. To show off some obscure PC stuff. Maybe I'll get around to I'll eventually put a link to download the Key Punch disk images. I'm tired. Whoops. Yeah, screw it, I can do that too. I don't know what I'll be doing next week. Something probably more exciting. But until then, take it easy.